Okay, we're going to start looking at contested land, right? So remember, we've done 2 case studies for this. This is both Dharavi and Brixton in south of London. So we've got to have 2 contrasting examples for the IB syllabus. So we've done Dharavi, the slum in Mumbai, all right, and we've done Brixton. So this is one of Asia's largest slums. Remember, its proximity now to the CBD has made it very, very valuable in terms of land being a shortage and in demand, and the value of it has gone up extensively, right? So a population of about 1 million people. Okay, so it's a very, very small area, so 2 square kilometres, but however, it is now prime location and valuable land as a result. Now, over time, with people moving in and Mumbai increasing in real estate value, land prices in the area have increased significantly, right? So the demand for this land is very, very high. So we've got developers and the local government very, very keen on moving the slum dwellers on. That doesn't mean that we're just going to clear it and leave them empty-handed. The developers have looked at building tenement blocks and apartment buildings for them about 30 kilometres out of Mumbai. However, this is a huge issue and it's controversial for, and again, it's a matter of perspective, the slum dwellers, right, from Dharavi, because they see this as an area of very economic importance, and it is important to Mumbai itself as well. The informal sector turns over, if I look at it from Dharavi, around about $1 billion a year. All right, so there's a range of businesses that operate out of this. Okay, so recycling, pottery, a lot of small manufacturing. All right, so there's a number of stakeholders here. Okay, so the developers are very, very keen to do this. All right, now again, I'm looking at Brixton in the UK, so this is my example of gentrification. All right, so we talked originally about this. It's a multicultural area, traditionally a home for people of or from the Caribbean, low income. Unfortunately, a lot of these have been forced out with investors coming in, which has forced the house prices to go up for local residents as well. Right, so we've started to see protesting, petitions in the area. Okay, so I've got down the bottom right here, Clifton Mansions. This was an area of low rent for musicians, artists, squatters. People had come into the area and tried to make a name for themselves, basically. So they've decided that they would stay there because they could afford to pay the rent. Unfortunately, in 2013, this particular building was bought and a developer got a hold of it and has done the area up, right? So forced the low-income residents out of the area there. So again, we've seen a lot of street protesting. This is where we bring in contested land, right? So petitions, protesting, we don't want the yuppies in, etc. All right. So again, if I do also look at Brixton, I've got underneath the railway the Brixton Arches. Now, in these arches, we had a whole lot of independent businesses that had been there pretty much for over, and you can see these arches here, right? So inside each of these arches, we've got around about 30 different independent, locally owned businesses. Now, in order to redo these and do them up and refurbish them, unfortunately, all of the leases were broken and the landlords had to break the leases, of course, and the people who were renting were evicted. All right, so again, look at contested land, a number of petitions with over 30,000 signatures. However, our independent traders had to close down. Now, after this area was done up, basically the rent was about 300% higher. So this was an issue here. Okay, so again, what I've started to see now is house prices rise significantly over the last, or really since 2010, right? So a different composition of the type of person that is also living in the area. And as a result, we've seen small local owned businesses, right, forced out, and they've lost their business as well. So contested land, they haven't been able to pay the increased rent. And also there's a lot of people lining up to actually rent these spaces now. So that's become a huge issue. Okay, so this is a quick reminder of case studies.